Hi everybody, we're talking about narcissistic manipulation today. Today I want to talk about a manipulation tactic. We all know it, flirting. But the narcissist takes it to a whole new level, and I have some personal experience with this. And I didn't realize this at the time. I was going through a divorce. My narc was having an affair with a guy 4 hours away. Here I was, we were married. I built her a house, a custom house with everything in it that she wanted. I had a six-figure salary, a long-lasting career, good money, good home. We had a child together, good suburban life. And she was having an affair with a guy 4 hours away, living with his mother, going to junior college at age 30, and was the bass player of a band. And so that was sort of very, very puzzling to me. Is if you're going to cheat, why drive past so many quality men to go 4 hours away for somebody living with their mother and being the bass player of a band, and is still in junior college? I didn't get that. I didn't understand that. When I confronted her about why, the only answer I got was that she had outgrown being married, and that she wanted to separate. She actually wanted me to get my own separate place, but still continue to pay the mortgage and pay for all her bills and pay for her to go see this guy, which was why I divorced her. But I started dating again pretty soon after. And I sort of felt like there's this whole spectrum of dating and relationships that I just didn't understand, couldn't fathom. So I began studying. This is what I've found out about narcissists and flirting. The art of seduction is an exact science. Humans do actually have a mating ritual. It's very fascinating. But just as any other animal, it's an exact science. And if you know what you're doing, and if you understand the phases of seduction and the phases of dating, you can become quite adept at it. Which, if you're somebody who's coming from a position of insecurity and self-doubt and low self-esteem, and you learn these sciences, it takes reading maybe 500 pages of books, and that's about it. And you can magically go home with anybody. It's pretty much that simple if you just have the mind for it and the dedication. And so the reason why I studied this was because I knew that I was horrible at dating. And my big fear was, if I meet this girl that I really want, that I really like, I'd screw it up and I wouldn't be able to get her. So I wanted to make myself a good date. And so studied seduction and pickup arts and dating and romance and all these other topics. And I did well at it. And then I stopped, mostly because it felt like an empty life. Like every time I went on a new date, I got tired of perpetually introducing myself. It was a very empty, unfulfilling existence, and you wouldn't think that if you're good at dating and good at girls and getting girls. You would think that it would be very fulfilling, and maybe it is for some people, but it wasn't for me. I was looking for genuine human connection. That was not the way to go about getting it. So but the narcissist can be easily trained if they sit down and if they read these books, and if you master the art of seduction, you become very, very easy at, it becomes very easy to seduce people. And with seduction comes manipulation, because you can seduce somebody and make them do your bidding. There's countless true crime TV shows where somebody gets seduced and kills the other one's ex-lover so they can, be with that person. So yeah, narcissists use seduction to manipulate you. That's why when they leave, that's why you know they're a jerk, or you know that they're crazy, you know that they're bad for you. But for some reason, you have this instinctual attraction to this bad person that you can't explain. You don't know why it's there. I can tell you why it's there. It's there because your narcissist has mastered the laws of seduction. It's a nature thing. It's an instinct thing. It's an unconscious thing. And it is really easy to do. It's scary easy to do. It's one of the easiest ways to manipulate people. It really is. And so what you have is you have a narcissist who's mastered seduction. So what can you do about it? And the answer is simple. Study seduction. Because if you study seduction, number one, you're familiar with the tricks. And number two, sure does make it a lot easier for you to find a quality person. You don't use the laws of seduction to abuse people. You use the laws of seduction to help you find people that are good for you, people you want to be with, people you connect with, and get them. Make yourself stand out in the crowd. One thing I realized was that I lived my entire life, case in point, my hair now, about, as my life growing up as a boy and as a man, society never really gives me any messages on how to be attractive as a man, other than, drive a nice car, make a lot of money, get a good career. That's really about it. Ask a girl, what do you look for in a guy? I don't know. He needs to be strong, but even girls, you can't really get a straight answer from them either. One girl will find a man attractive and another girl finds him, repulsive. So, how on earth do you find some sort of commonality on there? And the answer is really simply it's an art. It's the art of seduction. It's a science. So, if you're with somebody who's a flirt, who's seductive, somebody who's toxic, but you're unexplainably attracted to this toxic person, and everybody tells you you're stupid and you're crazy, and you're like, I know, I can't help it. That's what's at play. Somebody's manipulating you on an instinctual mating level, and you really need to study seduction, study pickup arts from the male and female perspective, both, and learn about the science of what's at play, because if you don't learn what's at play, you won't know how to defend against it, and you'll continue to be trapped by this narcissist who understands something you don't. So that's it. Please like, comment, or share. I hope this helps you. If you have any questions or comments about seduction, or if you need some study material, or if you just generally have a question, feel free to comment below. I want to hear from you. I want to help you. If this helps you, please help somebody else. I look forward to hearing from everybody. Thank you and God bless.